Y'all didn't just walk in and take it. You got to grab her. You got to pull her around. You got to show that you're a man.
That's a problem. It's your criminal history. 96. That's one of the most I've done this for a long time. Thousands of cases. You are one of the most prolific criminals that have set foot in this room. And I guess you have used similar kinds of sad stories to others to try to minimize your responsibility. But this is nothing to be proud of, and it's not anything that this court can really sympathize with you. People come in here, everyone comes in here. Maybe one or two out of the thousands have been more prolific in their criminal actions, quantity of crimes, more than you. But all of those thousands of people that come before me could say, Miss Tiffany Marshall, she had 97 convictions, and you let her kind of sashay out of here. And I'd like the Tiffany Marshall rule, please, because aren't you supposed to be fair, Judge? Yeah, I am. I should be fair. And everybody is to be judged based upon their criminal history and character. And this is very poor character. And your criminal history is most prolific. This court is not going to change the rule of law, which states people are responsible for their bad acts, their criminal acts. They must be held responsible. Anything else?
Well, I don't know that all of the theft by check citations were convictions. I know that she said she handled most of her things by paying her checks off. But the other thing is, I would ask the court that if the court is not willing to allow her to be on probation, and even though she got a year, the last time she had a state jail felony, we would ask that you consider something on the low end, 6 months, or even a 1244, even in light of her other problems that just we would have to, as the taxpayers, have to deal with because she's so ill. So I would ask the court, if you're going to send her to jail, that you consider something on the low end.
Anything else? If not, on that argument, truly, then people who are seriously ill have carte blanche to do pretty much anything they want, and everyone has some form of situation health-wise that they're dealing with. Even the most healthy people are not perfect. I so find you guilty. I'm following this agreement. You are hereby sentenced to confinement in the state jail for a term of 15 months. You will be given credit for all time that you have served in accordance with this. Your lifestyle, see, Ms. Marshall, you have a lifestyle that you feel shocked that committing crimes should hold you accountable. You have 96 infractions of law, 96, and you are committing these crimes with special tools for getting away with attempting to commit your theft. You have specially made tools that are used in the commission of your crime. You can't, a judge cannot be lenient with you. You cost everybody. You are a one-person crime wave. It's thefts that cost everybody more money at merchandise stores because their theft, the loss is so high. We have to pay for your criminal acts. But after 96 times you have had to go deal with crimes in various courts, from felony courts to misdemeanor to Class C misdemeanor courts, you would have gotten the message, and you never have. You just are a career criminal. That's you're the very essence of a career criminal. And I wish you wouldn't do that. Thou shalt not steal. You've heard of that one. And it's not only written in moral issues, but it's right there in the law. There's a full section or 2 or 3 in the penal code which deal with dishonest acts, and that's where you are. I'm sorry. I just wish you'd have changed your ways. But like I said, you've been doing this for 30 years. 30 years. Okay.
Judge, can I get some time to get my stuff in order and go to my doctor to get my medicine?
No, ma'am, not under this situation. The jail is going to be able, those people in the jail take care of people who have medical issues. I trust them. They are good at their job. I'm going to give you a chance during the Christmas season to go out and steal more stuff. I don't think so. Well, you've always done that. You've done that for 30 years, 97 times now.
Just take it to my traffic violations. So please. I got my grandkids living.
Ma'am, my God, ma'am. You didn't think of all of that when you made a choice to steal? You didn't think of what you had to lose and the people who rely on you or respect you or look up to you? I've got children. I've got grandchildren. They help me make the right choices, and it's not all that hard to think about them first. And you don't. You just thought about stealing for your needs. I'm sorry. I don't mean to. I hate being the Grinch here, but this is all about law and order. And this is 97th time. 97th time, my gosh.
It's like all them times it's like tickets and
Ma'am, they were all crimes that you were found guilty of. They were all crimes. All of them were crimes. That is all. And make sure that you inform the jail about your health needs so that they can get the proper medication for you.
Good morning, sir. You're Marvin Watts.
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Watts is here in cause number 25 DCCR 1918 and 26 DCCR 0946. Each of those cases previously in court entered pleas of guilty, and each of them to the first degree felony offenses of aggravated robbery. The agreements were per cap of 17 years in the institutional division on each of those. I've received the pre-sentence report. Have you both had an opportunity to review the report?
We have, Your Honor.
I have, Judge.
Any additions or corrections?
I'm aware, Judge.
Yes, Judge. The state would like to call Detective Josh Jackson, please.
Detective Jackson?
And I would just add a little bit of subsequent testimony to that.
Sure.
Would you please state your name for the record?
Joshua Jackson,
And how are you employed?
a detective with Beaumont Police Department.
And as a detective with BPD, is it your duty to investigate violent crimes such as homicide, aggravated robbery, etc.?
It is.
And did you have a chance to investigate an aggravated robbery that occurred in October of 2025 at the Dollar General on Highland?
Yes.
And did you later learn that that aggravated robbery went hand in hand, for lack of a better term, with an aggravated robbery that had occurred at Dollar General in September, the Express Mart in October?
That's correct.
So within a 1 month time period, there had been 2 aggravated robberies of stores located here in Beaumont, relatively close together.
That's correct.
All this occurred in Jefferson County.
Yes.
And can you describe for the court, you have elaborated in the pre-sentence investigation report, your thoughts a little bit, and obviously the court is aware of the nature of the offense, etc. A little bit more about your thoughts or the sentencing hearing before we get to the video.
So both of these cases involve 2 guys that go into a store, one during daylight hours, another one during nighttime hours, both victimizing a clerk that's there just trying to do her job. There's no glass barrier on either of these stores. These 2 guys walk in there, hold the clerk up in each of these instances, and proceed to rob the clerk for, at least in mine, money and some cigarettes. And for this to happen in daylight hours or nighttime hours to somebody that's just trying to go to work isn't right. I mean, you don't go to work expecting to get robbed when you potentially have family at home, and during either of these robberies, something tragic could happen.
And Detective Jackson, I think it goes without saying, from both the perspective of the state and the court, but from your perspective as a detective, is violent crime involving firearms and youthful offenders here in Belmont something that has just become extremely prevalent, unfortunately.
Absolutely.
And is it something that you continue to investigate on a daily basis?
That's correct.
Do you think it would be helpful for the court to view, if you would, Judge, outside of the cameras due to the sensitive nature of the complainant in the case and her identity, the video from the incident in September at the Dollar General?
Yeah, so there's two videos with just the Dollar General on this one of them brought with different angles. It's just giving an idea of kind of what happened to at least the Dollar General one. There's a lot that it's not going to show, which is the aftermath of it and speaking to the clerk and the terror and how she felt. Of course, that's all in the whole case. But at least these two videos will give you a sense of kind of what happened during that day.
Okay. So you want me to just put them here? I mean, I can turn this off, or I can just put them
Just
possibly on my computer and just watch it here myself.
Thank you. I have no further questions.
Thank you. Any questions?
No questions.
Thank you very much for being here, Detective. I appreciate you. Any other witnesses?
No, Judge, just a couple comments, if I may.
Sure, go ahead.
Obviously, it asked the court to take everything into account, the fact that there are two aggravating offenses. Obviously, you are aware of the prevalence of these type of offenses in Belmont involving young offender with firearms, innocent victims in this type of a case. Officer Riley's comments, I think, are also important, Judge. He's a very detailed PSI writer, and his caution against leniency the state would concur with. In addition to the jail incidents, which show the court, as you're aware, that Mr. Watts cannot behave while in custody, so therefore what leads us to believe that he would behave while on probation. Based on those, Judge, I would concur with the offer of Mr. Nichols at 17 and ask the court for 17 years in each case.
Thank you, Ms. Malfino. Mr. Parker, you may proceed.
Your Honor, in regard to the write-ups, I've talked to him about those. Those happened prior to the his PSI, and that was when he was in maximum security. And from what I understand, it's a lot harder to not get in trouble there because of who you're around. But nevertheless, he has no juvenile record that I'm aware of. He has no adult history that I'm aware of. These are the only two cases that he's ever had any issues with. I agree, they're serious offenses. He understands that. He's told me today that, you know, if I could apologize to people, I would. He was encouraged by somebody older than him. I believe it was probably his father. So it was. And he's asking the court to give him probation. He would like to address the court, Judge.
Go ahead.
No, I apologize for all my actions, ma'am. Honestly, I regret them. I really do, ma'am. Like my attorney said, if I had a chance to apologize to that woman, I would. And ma'am, those write-ups were while I was in maximum security, ma'am. I was not supposed to be in max. I was there because my shoulder popped out of place. And all of those offenses were like, really some of them, like certain ones I do not understand how they were just.
I'm a whole lot less worried about that than what you were doing when you were out.
But honestly, on that comment, I do apologize to that woman and for everything that I've done, man. I regret it very much. It's not just right there, really. Like, you sit on my mind daily, man, honestly. And I really feel like, you know, if I did this, my standing was up.
I appreciate you saying that. I hope that you're sincere. No matter what happens today, you have an ability at your age to change your life and do better things. Unfortunately, I tend to believe that sometimes people are sorry because they got caught, not because really of what they did. I don't disagree with Mr. Parker that looks like your dad's the one that's encouraging you to go out and do this crap. But all that being said, 2 times within a month, hoodies, masks, gloves, a pistol, another gun that has some kind of, I don't even know what it's called.
Silencer.
No, it was the circle thing that has a bunch of,
Your magazine.
thank you, drum magazine.
Honestly, I don't know nothing about it. Like, I mean, like you said, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. It was my father. Like, but I did not have no intentions on doing no crime before my father showed up, man. Honestly, I didn't know nothing about how to rob a store, to do nothing with a store, anything like that. So, like,
Well, you went all in, didn't you?
I did.
And Tara, I mean, y'all didn't just walk in and take it. You got to grab her. You got to pull her around. You got to show that you're a man. Somebody did. While the other, so that means you were the one holding the gun with the drum, because the one that had the pistol is the one that was pulling her around. Okay. At this time, I'm going to, Mr. Watts, find in each of your cases that you entered your pleas of guilty freely and voluntarily. In cause number 25, DCCR 1918, find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time find you guilty of aggravated robbery. Sentence you to a term of 17 years in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Corrections. There will be an affirmative finding of a deadly weapon in that case, and you will receive credit on it for any time that you've been in custody that the law gives you the right to receive. In clause number 26, DCCR 0946, also find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time find you guilty of aggravated robbery. Sentence you to a term of 17 years in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Corrections. You will also receive credit on that sentence for any time that you've been in custody that the law gives you the right to receive. There will also be an affirmative finding of a deadly weapon in that case as well. These cases will run concurrently, which means together at the same time. I'm handing you in each of your cases the trial court certification that shows these were agreements that I followed, and so you have waived your right to appeal. I also handed you a written admonishment regarding your ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition. Because of the judgments entered against you, you're ineligible under Texas law to possess a firearm or ammunition. Possession of a firearm or ammunition could lead to charges against you. If you have any questions about the laws that make you ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition, or about how long that lasts, you can talk with Mr. Parker. Again, you're young. You're going to go to prison, obviously, for some amount of time. It's going to be up to you to do something different or not when you get out. All right? You can go back with the bailiff.
Thank you.
Thank you, Detective Jackson, for being here.
Thanks.